Hi, my name is Dayna-Joy, and I am here to present my selection of the marketing team for Southwest Transit. So let's get started with my selection of team members. So I went with Elizabeth, and something that I was really drawn to was the fact that she enjoys collaboration. And especially when we're thinking about team, I thought that was a big aspect to think about. She's flexible. She has this personality that thinks about clients and company. And then she also is strong in problem solving. Another profile that I really liked was Natalie, and I think it was because of her competitive nature. But as in a team, I thought that was very important to have. She's motivated by challenges, she's positive and ambitious, and she works well in a team when needed. I decided to go with William because he was a veteran, which I thought was important to have in this team selection. He has this expertise, he's confident, and he engages with others, and he's a team player. And I thought that was also important when we think about this team aspect. And if needed, he will lead. So this was actually my last one of the team selection was Ian, and that was actually a difficult one to make. Before this selection, we had a group selection, and we I was debating between Tiffany, Caitlin, and Ian for this one. And originally I had Tiffany, and it was because I I liked that her attitude was kind of different in that she has the ins and out of this company, and she gets the work done, and that is something that we needed. But I decided to take a look at Caitlin and Ian, and I'm glad I did because I was able to reconsider um, Ian to be on this team. And I didn't choose Caitlin because she was kind of on the younger side of the company, and although she had knowledge and abilities, she kind of had the personality to take over, and she didn't really trust others well. So I didn't think that was a good fit for this team. So I landed with Ian, which I am happy about. I think he brings creative ideas. He's smart. He's tech savvy, which is something that is different compared to all of them. And he's task and efficiency oriented, and he's motivated by achievement. Okay, so let's go into primary strengths of this team. I categorized it through attitudes, collaboration, motivation, and communication. And overall, I just think that this team brings all of it. I thought that their overall attitudes is very positive. They bring ambitiousness and the confidence within the team. I think overall everyone will work together well, and it goes to show that their collaboration skills is going to work well with others. As you can see, there's a lot of their team players. They're a great team leader. They're collaborative with another, and like Elizabeth, she's flexible and comfortable. And then when we go into motivation, I really like this idea because they have self motivation rather than something that motivates them. So you can see that William is motivated through challenging tasks. Natalie is just has this competitive nature and self achievement, and Elizabeth is eager and willing. Looking at communication, they all have different communication skills that I think would bring value to this team. Going on to potential weaknesses. So I categorized the team weaknesses as points of view and doubtful. I thought a point of view is being a weakness because everyone is going to have their opinions, but the way that they go about their opinions, I think that will be an issue for the team. Not a big one, but it's just a weakness because when you think about a team nature, you want them to be all on the same page. But as you can see, Natalie can be seen as a real negotiator. Elizabeth will tell you what you want, or will tell you what she is thinking and defends. And then Ian can be seen as someone who is unwilling to back down. And then for doubtful, it wasn't doubtful within their abilities or the company, it was doubtful in their own personal ways. And it's like Natalie disdain from colleagues and Elizabeth hesitant about branching out. Is just, are there, when it comes to going out of their comfort zone, are they going to be able to do that? And that's why I put doubtfulness as one of their weaknesses. So the leadership style that I thought that would work well with this team is charismatic leadership, and I really enjoyed how it's about influencing others, and that's what I think a team is about. If I am able to project this leadership style, they're able to work together and be able to produce in a way that's positive. And if I'm able to leave with visions for myself and for others, I believe that they'll be able to do that too. I'll bring this energy that they need and just bring enabling. And overall, I just think that this is going to inspire connection, which is something that this team might lack in the beginning. So it'd be good for them to see this leadership style and then gain confidence and then stay engaged. Moving on to team motivation. So I specifically chose task specific self efficacy and empowerment and participation because these two styles, I thought that it's going to build confidence within the individual skills that they have, and that they will, when it's time to do the task, they're going to be motivated and engaged because it's something that they're interested in. And I specifically thought about participation and empowerment, of how the involvement of them will uh, increase the productivity, and which is something that you want in this team aspect. And I think that having these two motivation factors will bring that to the table. So when I thought about conflict management, I went into choosing collaborating, and it was because I thought, I originally thought about their point of views, how I mentioned it was their weakness, and because of that, I would want to influence multiple perspectives so that they can have this understanding that although everyone has their point of views, they're going to be able to see like eye to eye or have like an understanding factor. So that's what I believe collaborating will do for that. And it not only will problem solve, but I think it will create open communication and then build respect and trust with one another, which is something that I thought will be good for this team. Let's pause this really quick. Oops. So when I selected this team, I did think about conscious capitalism, and I thought about the 4 pillars. We have a missing pillar because I think that it's on me to uphold stakeholder orientation, and then eventually, when I do it successfully, these team members will be able to do it as well. So when I thought about conscious leadership, I thought about consistent high performance in their teams. I thought conscious culture, are they intentional about how they perform and act? And higher purpose, do they show true value, passion, and inspiration about their own work? And when I look back at the team selection and the reasons why, I do think that these team members embody the value of conscious capitalism. So as you can see, I highlighted enjoys collaboration, flexible work style, and just like positive and ambitiousness. I just think that overall, this team embodies those three pillars in the best way that they can. So I am going to move on to when I talk about stakeholder orientation, I think about like the value of their well-being and showing appreciation. And so when I thought about William, especially when he has a need to be motivated, I saw that he needs to be shown appreciation for his work. And easily I could do that because he's going to produce in a way that I believe will be impactful for this team selection. He's impactful for this team selection because he's an expertise in his performance, and he's also confident in it, and he brings veteran experience. So yeah. And then when I think about Natalie, um to show value in her well-being, I would want to provide professional development and more professional development and provide more opportunities for growth, because her goal is to one day open her business, and by giving her those opportunities, she's able to grow and not get bored. So yeah, there's different ways that I could do that, but I don't have time right now. The impact that she has on this team is that her leadership qualities, she has this positive and ambitious personality, and she enjoys working on projects, which is half the battle when you do stuff in general, is the enjoyment of it. And for Elizabeth, she has this characteristic of enjoying collaboration. So to get her to provide those opportunities for her, I think she will enjoy that. And that her impact on this team is that her ideas are about clients and company, and she's strong in problem solving, and I thought that was very good for this marketing team. And last but not least, is Ian, and because he struggles with motivation sometimes. I thought that associating more projects, or not just projects, but him having ideas about projects, will help him stay engaged during task time. And I can easily do that through just having him share his ideas, or asking him to be creative and stuff like that, because that is something that he is really good at. The impact that he has on this team is that he's tech savvy and he has creative ideas. With that being said, this concludes my proposal for my selection of the team, and thank you.